Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your September 2023 general monthly reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. We start off with, well, look at that. 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, Temperance card, Ace of Swords. Let's see what else we got going on here. I hope you're all doing great. I apologize for my absence and the horrible sound quality. I am setting up new equipment and I didn't want to wait any further for the September readings. And I took down the Mercury retrograde live that I did because, God, that was horrible. My mic just absolutely died on me. Okay, so here we go. 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, Temperance, Ace of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the 8 of Cups, and the 3 of Cups. I do feel like some of you have met your match, have gotten involved with someone on a romantic level, someone that you feel great deal of affinity for, very much. Feels like there is this brand new opportunity to pursue. It's like your pursuit of happiness, right? This is in love. This is in partnership. This could also just mean, if it's not in love, partnership, right? Relationship. This could also mean just healing your emotional wounds that have held you back from expanding your love life, from trusting someone, from falling in love, from being open to receiving love or to giving love, or, if you were a commitment phobe, right? Oh, and when I said that, let's see, exchanging gifts, poised, loyal heart, and yang energy. Yeah, so definitely, as I was saying that, you may have been afraid to commit. You may have been afraid to open up and be vulnerable to someone. I feel like this could be a healing moment for you that prepares you for the next romantic connection. If you are in a romantic relationship, but perhaps you're being asked to be more affectionate, more open, more communicative, I feel like you may be feeling like you give enough, but this other person, your partner, may be feeling like they need or want more. So I feel like there is a little bit of guardedness with that energy. I feel like there could be this energy that, I'm giving you all that I can. I'm spreading myself a bit too thin. And I got like this feeling of like a really quick dizzy spell, like whirlwind. Like you may have your hands in too many projects at work, in your family. You may have a lot on your plate right now that maybe isn't affording you too much time to grow in a relationship. I apologize. I needed to have a little drink there. I'm still a little nasally, a little sniffly, so bear with me. So communication is key with the new moon in Gemini. Let's see what other cards you have for the Moonology. For the Wisdom of the Oracle, you have Treasure Island, Orphaned, and Time for a Nap. Okay, so nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon, and the 3rd quarter moon here that says adjustments are required. I mean, nothing like telling you, listen, there's a need for you to compromise, to make adjustments, certain adjustments, to either find your own happiness, to be able to heal so that you can pursue whatever it is or whomever it is that you would like to pursue, to help bring in joy and happiness in your partnership. I feel like there are some Capricorns here that have been single, or I want to say unattached, but the word I keep hearing is detached. So if you've had someone that you've gone back and forth with, there is a little bit of this detachment, not wanting to get super involved, but yet you can't seem to stop hooking up or going back and forth with this person. So clearly there is something there, but maybe you're afraid of expressing yourself on a deeper level or to make it an actual thing, right? An actual commitment. But adjustments are required here with the third quarter moon. Again, communication is key. You have the card of the Treasure Island here. Give me one sec. The card of the Treasure Island. You also have the card of Orphaned, which kind of makes me feel a little weary, because it really does feel as though you may feel like you're like odd man out, right? You may feel as though you've been through too much, you've been there for other people, you've done everything you can for yourself, and yet maybe you haven't found the right person for you. Maybe you haven't met your match. Maybe you're still seeking or hoping for your soulmate in a way where things just fall into place. It's like, I don't want to put in so much work and effort. I just want to click with someone and let it, flow naturally and allow things to unfold naturally. And, natural ebbs and flows of relationships or life itself is one thing, but to have to really feel like you're weighed down and never being good enough or never doing enough for someone. I feel someone here is coming to that realization of, if my best isn't good enough, then maybe I'm not the one for them. I do feel like someone feels as though they've had too many tries at a relationship or just at love in general, right? There's a lot of defensive energy here with the 7 of Wands. It may be that, someone is telling you you're not moving, progressing this relationship fast enough for them. It could just be that, you're a little too slow here. I feel like they want you to be more impulsive and more carefree about it, but I get this very responsible towards your current position within your family or your career, your relationship, and also what the future may hold. And so this card here says nothing is yet set in stone. So you may be thinking about like all these relationships or all these duties and responsibilities that you may be thinking about in the future, right? Like, well, what if I get married? What if I buy a house? Or maybe I already have a house and they don't. What happens if they move in and I'm the owner of this house? Do I charge them rent? Do their kids move in too? Are my kids going to be okay with it? Like, I feel like there's a bunch of questions like that. And in terms of how you're going to make adjustments moving forward. You do have the Treasure Island here with the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups here. I really do see that as a very positive sign. So I feel like love has come across your path. You've met someone, they've piqued your interest. It feels like this is something that maybe you've caught a glimpse of them, maybe you really like them, and you're just like, okay, this is one where I really want to see where it goes. But you're a little too guarded for them to feel like you are just as interested in them as they are in you. Remember, communication is key. 4 of Pentacles is just like, I'm holding on to every minute, every second, every ounce of my being, every single dime of mine. The 4 of Pentacles can be miser card. I don't feel like you're being a little tightwad or cheapskate here. It's more so that you've got other priorities, that you've had other priorities in the works. And so I feel like at one point or another, you're like, my goal is to like invest half my check and put it in an investment account and, live well below my means and not have to worry about anything. I'm just going to stack and stack and stack money. And then lo and behold, you meet someone and it's like just the right person that you've been wanting to attract, because the Treasure Island does speak of, having everything that you've been wanting, asking, wishing, praying for it to come to you, for it to come to fruition. And it's like, I know what I want, and here it is. This treasure, this box filled with treasure and love and sparkly goodness opens up for you. And that's also has a lot to do with you opening up to love, to receive love, and opening up to someone. So if you want this to truly be everything that you want it to be, then you have to do your part too, right? This can also speak of financial gain here and maybe not wanting to share the wealth, not wanting to split profits, especially if it's within a relationship. I feel like if you've made a decision to like stack money, save money, and prepare for a future and secure your finances for the future, it does really feel like now you've met someone and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can date or go out, with half my check here. Like I feel like you're having to move money around, but at the same time, not wanting to interrupt the flow of you saving money. I do feel like there is some great financial gain here. However, I don't feel like you see them as an asset when it comes to finances if there is a long-term goal here. Of course, if you're single and this is new, you're not quite there yet. I do feel like, you hold yourself back from thinking of the future and the possibility of a future with someone. If this is someone that you are already with, I do feel like maybe you're like the financial advisor of the relationship here, and you're like, listen, no more shopping, no more extra spending, no more whatever, because, you know, we got goals, we got plans, we both want to retire soon, we both want to, you know, open up our own business, we both want to make sure that we have X amount of money in our savings and our investments and our high yield, whatever, right? And so I feel like it's almost like you're putting your wallet, your finances, your household budget on a diet here, okay? However, remember, communication is key. It's important that you are clear with what it is that you truly want, need, feel, desire, what your goals are. You know, maybe you're kind of starting off with a coffee date, but they want like full on fancy dinner date, you know? I feel like you're waiting to see if they see you like a little bit of a cheapskate, or maybe you don't make enough money. I do feel like you are okay in terms of money, right? But again, no one's going to stop Capricorn from getting after the bag, the money, everything that they want. Nothing is yet set in stone. Communication is key, and adjustments are required. So you may have to make some adjustments there on an emotional level, on a financial level, and yes, even on a time crunch level. You may be putting in a lot of time, energy, and effort in your personal family life or career. And this person's like, well, when are you going to have time for me? Are you sure you have time for me, right? That's when the fear sets in. That's when the fear of, oh my God, they're not as interested as I am. Oh my God, they're not going to stick around and wait for me. And I feel like you immediately start to feel a little bit of that rejection energy, feeling a bit orphaned here, feeling like they're not seeing you in the same light or the same energy that you do. I feel like you feel left out. I feel like you feel abandoned, or that most people or relationships or partnerships that you've tried to connect with when you're trying to be successful in your business, in your career, or whatever it is you're trying to build, it's almost as though you're just like, here we go again, another person I get excited for, and yet they're not understanding about what I'm trying to do to secure my future. And I feel like you may be even guilted, like, why do I have to be second fiddle to your career, to your job, to your kids, you know? Like, first of all, as a parent, I always tell people, my kids are first. My kids are first. You know what I mean? I am a parent. I am a mother first. And I feel like you may be feeling like, listen, I already got a lot going on in my life. I want to get to know you better. I will make time for you. Just be patient with me. And some people have not been patient. And I feel like that's how you end up feeling. I feel like you end up feeling orphaned. You feel like left out in the cold here. The card of time for a nap, it really, you know, it's funny. It reminds me of Abraham Hicks here, Esther Hicks, how she says, you know, sometimes you just have to take a nap to reset that momentum, that energy. If you start feeling like you're in this negative spiral, you know, of lack mentality, of feeling like, oh, things are you know, there we go again, things are not working out the way I want them to, you know. I feel like you may be repeating like a lot of negative affirmations, but the time for a nap is like a reminder. Listen, pump your brakes, slow your roll. Remember, nothing is yet set in stone. Take a break, take a breather, reset, relax, and take a nap. It's time for a nap for you to really reset your momentum. You know, if you go to bed thinking of something and you're worried about it, and you go to bed thinking about it, and then you wake up and it's like the first thing that pops into your mind, you're definitely not resting. You're definitely not resetting your mind to be able to help you to pivot, to switch, to move towards something more positive here, okay? Remember that you must be flexible. Adjustments are required. 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups with the 4 of Pentacles. I really do like that card. The 10 of Cups with the 2 of Cups. just feels like this, there's a lot of emotional fulfillment and contentment. It's probably taken you a really long time to get to this connection or relationship that just feels right. You may have had to walk away from quite a few, you know, karmic cycles or bad people or people that just like were just very toxic, unhealthy. Everything was an argument, everything was a disagreement. You may have even been with people that like got off on the argument, that got off on making you feel bad, on I feel like the word is feeling reduced, like they loved making you feel small, because I feel like that is what made them feel like they were overpowering you. I hate that energy for you, and I'm sorry you had to go through that. Seven of Wands, Temperance, Ace of Swords. Definitely like defensive energy, especially when it comes to communication. If you find out some very important information, or somebody finds something out about you, or they communicate something with you, where they want to like draw the line, and you're just like, hold up, hold up. I told you this from the beginning. I warned you that I'm a workaholic, or I warned you that I'm putting in a lot of time and energy and effort and overtime, and I've got all these other familial responsibilities. I feel like someone here is taking care of a parent, or taking care of someone. Okay, I feel like they're taking care of someone, and not necessarily children, but like I feel like they're taking care of someone. So you could have responsibility, you know, a very big responsibility, like maybe you're taking care of a parent, maybe you have a special needs child, or perhaps there is some sort of dependency, codependency here. I do feel like if there is someone here who is fighting for more of your time, you're just kind of like, please be patient with me. You know, I feel like you may start to see like an unfavorable side of this person, that the minute that they really press you about not having enough time for them, you're ready to like peace out, walk away. I don't have time for this. I told you about this from the beginning. You said you were cool with it. You said you were understanding, you know, and if you're not, if it bothers you, then just be honest. And I feel like you're saying that very, very clear, because I feel like you don't want to get wrapped up emotionally with someone who's not as understanding as they claimed to be in the beginning, right? What is the Seven of Wands and Nine of Swords about? The Eight of Cups, I do feel like you want to move towards something that really makes you happy. And if you are having a hard time finding someone where, or something where it does truly make you happy, you have no qualms when it comes to walking away. Nine of Wands with the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Swords. The clarifying card is the Nine of Wands. Like clearly you've been through some tough ish, right? Like Nine of Wands, resiliency. You have been through hell and back. You have fought the great fight. You've battled and won, and you've survived, and you've seen the sun come up, and you're just like, okay, I'm finally starting to feel better about myself. I'm finally starting to feel confident to get out there and meet people. And then it's just kind of like, and here it is, another experience like before. And so Capricorn, if this is a karmic cycle that you're stuck with, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the same person with the same cycle, right? The Death card. It is absolutely time to press the hard reset button, to learn from this lesson, to put things behind you. Understand why you keep experiencing the same karmic lesson. Different person, same lesson, right? The only way this karmic lesson will end is when you've learned your lesson, and not just from the standpoint of, okay, I now know why this happened. It's because XYZ. Great. You know the answer here. But what are you doing to put it behind you? What are you doing to heal from it? What are you doing to resolve and affirm that you're never going to let something like that happen again? That you know your worth, or that being with someone who is very perhaps demanding or abusive of you is never okay, and you'll never allow that again, right? And you really honor yourself, and you stand your ground here, and you set the boundaries of, nope, you don't get to treat me like that. I dealt with that for many years. I'm not going to put in more years of that type of, relationship, unhealthy attachments, codependencies again. It's over and done with. That no longer resonates with me. Cancel, clear, delete, right? Whatever it may be. Whatever you need to completely end a cycle is what you need to do to help elevate you into the next stage, the next relationship, the next level of your life. Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Dog barking, advice from a friend. Well, there you go. And bird flying, news is on the way. So let me have a card for this teapot. You have the card of Gong, an exciting event. You have the card of V for victory on some endeavor. Could be on a partnership with a friend. If you have a business partnership, you have news coming from a friend. Maybe you get invited to something with your friend and it's an opportunity for you to meet new people, expand your horizons. And you have the card of chain of events that will affect your life. One more for the chain of events. Casket, someone is going out of your life or the end of a situation. Well, things had to happen to get you to this point, to be able to close out this chapter, to be able to close out this karmic cycle. You know, I get this feeling that at one point or another, you were in one of those relationships that were unhealthy, that were toxic, that could have been very controlling, jealous, possessive, whether that was you or them. General reading, remember that? However, it's one of those relationships where even if you were sitting right next to each other, you felt alone, you felt lonely, you felt very detached and disconnected from them. Whether or not that's what you were going for or not, it just feels like you were no longer, I feel like you've made the decision to say, I'm never going to sit through that type of relationship again. And more power to you, Capricorn. Because it can be tough to walk away from very negative karmic partnerships, relationships, people that feel like it's okay to treat you that way. And so I send you so much love and strength to pursue your happiness, to pursue your healing, and do what makes you happy. Seek your own happiness. Seek people that are on your level and cut ties, cut cords, walk away from what no longer serves you, and don't entertain it. Don't be like, oh, it's because no. No. I mean, unless you have small children and you absolutely have to interact, I would still, at that point, look for a mediator. Look for a person that is the person that you communicate with that will communicate with them. Impartial person, legal person, right? So that there's absolutely no need for it. Because I feel like some of you, it reopens the wounds every single time. Capricorn, I wish you all the best for the month ahead. I will be going live. I'm still setting up new equipment here and I'm moving things around and I'm still learning the camera. So bear with me. I'm also trying to figure out how to go live with the camera. If not, I may just go live with my phone and then we'll see. Have a great rest of your month, and I will see you guys soon. Remember to give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and double tap that bell to get notified of all the new readings. Take care. Bye.